We also have patches about the longest walk. Again, this is how we're going to raise monies to get back. We're not going to ask Congress. We're not going to ask the White House or any agency or any grant money at all. We're gonna go back the way we came by the goodness of the people. And I want to say that the people out there were very generous. They're extremely generous. We'd arrive sometimes late at night, and they will have been waiting for us 6-7 hours, but they did wait. And they provided us with food, lots of food. And then as we began to cross the country, truck drivers were stopping, people were stopping and offering us cases and cases of water. So I know from that beginning, from the very fact that they did that, I know that the people in America are still good. There's still goodness in our people. No matter what this government does, what they commit themselves to do, engaging us in this war or that war, there are still some good people in this country. We crossed 35 native reservations, 35 reservations from California, Arizona, New Mexico, Oklahoma, Louisiana, also in they're not federal recognized, but state recognized in Alabama, also in North Carolina, Virginia. We met people who were doctors, physicians, lawyers, congressmen, mayors, governors. It was a great walk. And so we concluded it yesterday, and today's celebration for us. But I wanted this headdress here. It took a long time to get here to Washington, D.C. When Buffalo Bill had the Wild West days going in Europe, he asked Native people from Minnesota and South Dakota to go with him. So many people, Ojibwa people and Lakotas, went with him and performed during what they call the Wild West days in Europe. And of course they would have Indians riding out in headdresses, and they would do mock battles. But one of the Ojibwa warriors went over there. They asked people to bring their traditional dress, and my great-great-grandfather was one of them that went over there, and he passed away in Europe. And but somehow the body came back, but all his belongings. And then in January of last year, a friend of mine was going through an antique shop and saw this in a glass encasement, and written in it was from the Ojibwe warrior Bagdagijik. So I have it. He saw it. He said, "Dennis," he called me from Paris. He said, "Dennis, what is your Indian name?" And I told him. And he said, "Is that Ojibwe or Chippewa?" Of course, he knows me only by Ojibwe. And he said it was a Chippewa warrior. So 90-some years later, the headdress comes back. And I've chosen this day to wear it, because sometimes you see Native people with headdresses on, they got regalia on, and this is what I wear. Jeans and a t-shirt, and I got running shoes or walking shoes. So I want to thank the drummers that came, and the singers, of course. A lot of dancers coming from different ways. Some of the dancers were with us on the longest walk. Chili, the grass dancer, was with us. Also, Wayne